All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Saturday, December 16th NHL Quick Hit brought to you by SHIPITNation.com. If you are not a member, head over to SHIPITNation.com, click on Join Now, and get in the best Discord community, best community in the industry here. Cheapest all-in rate for all sports. We got you covered. We got the NFL slate today. We got an NFL slate tomorrow. We got MMA today. We obviously got NHL. We got you covered. We got NBA. We got everything going on over here at the Nation. If you guys are new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, helps us out a ton. 12 games on tap. Let's jump right in here. Let's jump into my first favorite stack of the night here. It's going to be these New York Islanders here. I love these Islanders, keep their momentum rolling here. Coming off a tough 5-4 loss there against Boston where they played tough. I like going right back to the well here. Love Bo Horvat here. Really love this power play matchup overall for the Islanders here. Noah Dobson, Matthew Barzal, Bo Horvat, Brock Nelson, Kyle Palmieri. 4.3K is way too cheap for Kyle Palmieri. Really like this spot. Then you can even go to guys like Anders Lee, right, on that second power play. Pierre Engvall, who's been playing good. Jean-Gabriel Pageau, 2.9K for him is super cheap. So overall, Islanders, my favorite spot of the night here against Montreal. Really like this power play matchup for the Islanders. Jumping into another team I really have a lot of interest in here. It's another road team. It's Detroit on the road in Philly. 6 total in this one. Detroit is a slight plus 105 road dog here, but really like the second line in Villano, Lucas Raymond, Alex DeBrincat. Like them to keep the momentum rolling here. Coming off a tough loss there to Carolina 2-1, where they did play pretty good here, but this matchup is pretty solid here. Flyers at home can definitely be scored on here. I like Detroit to score some goals. I like these prices, and I don't think any ownership goes to these guys. So Detroit as a contrarian stack here in GPPs on this 12-game slate, I really do like them here. Lucas Raymond, probably my preferred on that top line at 5.1K. But you can also look at this top line, right, with Rasmussen, Comfer, and Patty Kane. Does look like Dylan Larkin's going to continue to be out here. So top 6 skaters for me for Detroit, firmly in play. Do like them a lot here. Jumping into another road team here, it's Dallas. I really like this power play matchup here for Dallas. Looking at the matchup, the Blues on home ice, second worst home penalty kill in the league. They give up the 9th most penalties on average per game as well. Give me this Dallas top power play here. Jason Robertson's got a fair price point at 6.2K. Rupee Hintz at 6K. He's got a good price point. Pavelski, 5.9K. He's got a fair price point. Miro Heiskanen, 5.2K, one of the best D-men plays on the slate in the mid-tier, running point on that top power play unit. And then Jamie Benn at 4.1K is a fine value play. Really like this top power play. My preferred is obviously Rupee Hintz, Pavelski, and Robertson because they correlate together on that full line strength, but also a really good power play matchup here. Throw on Miro Heiskanen, and you got yourself a nice 4-man stack on this slate. Another team, I'm going back to the well on here, Arizona at home against Buffalo. I like Arizona to keep it up here. Obviously, they were let down last game against the Sharks where they won just 1-0 here. Matthias McElhinney is playing out of his mind right now. I really like him. Once we get to the value plays, I'll talk on him again here. That second line overall is playing good hockey right now. McElhinney, Lawson Krause, Nick Bjugstad. I prefer that second line personally in this spot here in this matchup against Buffalo. I believe the Clayton Keller, Nick Schmaltz, Kerfoot line will be taking that top line for Buffalo, the Tage Thompson line. So I like going to the second line for Arizona. They got fair price points here. It's a pretty solid matchup. They're on home, and nobody's going to play these guys. So I really like them, like their price points. Arizona, definitely one of my favorite stacks of the night. Last stack we're going to bring up here is New Jersey. New Jersey, probably the chalk of the slate, minus 220 favorite on the road here against Columbus. We know the deal with Columbus. Worst team on home ice in terms of expected goals. They gave up a ton of high danger chances. All things point to going to the Devils here. do need to definitely keep them in consideration here. Jack Hughes, 9,700 is pricey for him. He hasn't really paid off that price point in the last 4 games. Could see it bounce back here. Centers against Columbus is the best matchup on the slate. Jack Hughes, obviously great play. Doesn't take me to tell you that. Tyler Toffoli, yes, we're at that top line. Obviously good plays here, but I like going to the second line here. Nico Hischier, Timo Meier, and Andre Palat. I'm going to go down to the second line for Jersey. Get a little bit lower ownership here in the same kind of matchup. Timo Meier, Andre Palat, and Nico Hischier is going to be my preferred Jersey stack here. Really like those guys. Obviously, there's 12 games. There's 24 teams to choose from. I give you my top 5 or 6 here. My final content, slate plan, core plays, everything will be over on SHIPITNation.com for subscribers, and I'll be in the Discord discussing it as well. Did want to give you just a couple five favorite stacks off the top here that I'm looking at. Obviously, 12 games. You can go elsewhere here. There's plenty of spots here, but I can't list everyone for you guys. Let's jump into some value centers on this slate, sub 4K centers. The first guy I'm going to bring up is Mikael Backlund here. He's been playing great hockey all season long. He's third liner on home ice here, skating next to Huberdeau and Blake Coleman against Tampa. Tampa can be scored on, especially on the road here. Backlund's playing over 18 minutes, getting power play time as well. 4K flat for him is a solid play overall. Going to Boston here. Boston's on home ice. It is only a 5.5 total there. Boston, New York. That should be a really good real-life hockey game here. But Morgan Geekie here. Top line, top power play, sub 4K, skating next to Pastrnak. Hard to ignore that price point. He's been playing good, 8, 13, 19 DraftKings points in his last 3. Just top line, top power play for him. Super cheap at 3.6K. So it's just a matchup and price standpoint there for me. Another guy, Dawson Mercer here, third liner. Again, centers versus Columbus, best matchup on the entire slate. Columbus ranks dead last in the league against opposing centers. Dawson Mercer here should be pretty low owned, being a third liner. He's still averaging 15 minutes of ice time. He's averaging 2 shots on goal per game over the last 5 as well. So 3.8K for Dawson Mercer is fine. And then going back to Detroit, top line here, Michael Rasmussen. He's been very good, 3,700 for him. He's playing 16 to 18 minutes. He's averaging over 13 fantasy points per game over the last 5, taking 2 shots on goal and 3.7K in a solid matchup there. I do like Michael Rasmussen here in this spot. Jumping into some value wings on the slate that I'm looking at. First guy, Matthias Mackelly here. He's playing out of his mind. Really like him. Like Arizona in this one on home ice. So Matthias Mackelly here. Definitely one of my favorite value plays from the wing position. Another value wing, Riley Smith here. Overall, Riley Smith. Don't like Pittsburgh a ton here, but they are on the road against Toronto. You can score on Toronto here. Riley Smith, 3,700 for him, playing close to 18 minutes, averaging over 2 shots on goal, getting power play time. Second liner, Riley Smith, 3.7K. Good value play there. Another very low-owned guy here is Yegor Chinakhov here for Columbus. He's got 28, 14, and 25 DraftKings points in his last 3. Has 4 goals in his last 3 games here. And New Jersey ranks second last in the league against opposing left wings. Nobody's going to play him. 3.5K. Obviously, Jersey's going to be the chalk of the slate there. Going to a guy like Yegor Chinakhov here as a one-off. 3,500 as a left wing here, I think is definitely an interesting play. He's playing close to 18 minutes. He's averaging over 2.5 shots on goal per game, averaging right around 15 fantasy points per game over the last 5. So I do have some interest in him. And then the last guy on the other side of that game, Andre Palat here. Again, one of the best matchups on the slate, wings against Columbus, like every position seems to be. Andre Palat, second liner. Really like the second line overall for New Jersey. Nico Hischier, Timo Meier, Andre Palat. So Palat, 3.8K, definitely have a lot of interest in him. Jumping into some value D-men here that I'm looking at. My favorite value D-man on the slate still resides with Gustav Forsling here. This guy's playing over 21 minutes. He's averaging over 3 shots on goal per game. It is a solid matchup here against Edmonton. Edmonton ranks 20th in the league against opposing D-men. Forsling, 21, 16, 10. He's taken at least 3 shots in those games as well. 3,700. Gustav Forsling remains too cheap on the spot, skating on that top line. Do like him. Another value guy at 4K flat, Thomas Harley here for Dallas against St. Louis. Averaging over 2.5 shots on goal per game, playing 20 minutes. He's picking up blocks as well. He's averaging 13 fantasy points per game over the last 5, 4K flat. Thomas Harley, another good value demon on this slate. A little bit cheaper here. David Savard here, 3.5K. He's been back. He's played 20 minutes and 23 minutes in both of those 2 games, 10 and 16 DraftKings points since he's returned back from the IR. David Savard, 3.5K against the Islanders here is a great play. He's going to play a ton of minutes. He's going to shoot the puck. He's going to pick up block shots, can get you the peripheral scoring there. So I do like David Savard. And then the last guy here is game time decision. Looks like he is day-to-day here, but he should play. Josh Manson here overall. He played last game, so he should play this game as well. Josh Manson, 3.3K for Colorado. Playing close to 20 minutes. This guy's just been consistent. He's averaging over 10 DraftKings points per game. Over the last 5 at 3.3K. Allows you to do a lot. So Josh Manson going to round out the value D-men on this slate. Looking at some goalies here. First goalie I'm going to bring up is Jeremy Swayman here at home against the New York Rangers. Boston should win this game. It is a 5.5 total. Both goalies are at play here. I do prefer Swayman at home at 8.1K, so I do have interest in him. Another interest I have at 7.8K here is Tampa. Tampa has a good shot to win this game here against Calgary, but Andrei Vasilevsky, how he's playing right now, he's coming off a 53-save win against Edmonton, so he's playing pretty solid hockey right now. 7.8K against Calgary here, and basically a toss-up game. Tampa is slightly the better squad here in this one, so I do like him. And his price point, Andrei Vasilevsky here, makes some sense for me. Going to Winnipeg and Colorado, this game is basically pretty evenly matched here. Could go both ways. Basically, these teams are almost equivalent to me. I do think Colorado is a little bit better on paper overall, but Winnipeg at home, it is only 6 total here. Connor Hellebuyck at 7.5K on home ice here. Last time he played Colorado, he had 32 saves and picked up the win back early December 2 weeks ago. I like going right back to the well. Connor Hellebuyck, 7.5K. That's too cheap for him. And then another cheap goalie you can look at, Alex Lyon here. I like Detroit to win this game against Philly in Philly, 7.3K. I like Alex Lyon here at 7.3K. So Connor Hellebuyck, Alex Lyon, my 2 favorite spend downs. Jeremy Swayman, Andrei Vasilevsky, my 2 top-end goalies on this slate. Again, that's going to do it for this edition of the NHL Quick Hit. As always, all my final content will be live for SHIPIT Nation subscribers over at SHIPITNation.com. If you are not a member, head over there, click on Join Now, select your package. We got weekly, we got monthly, we got 6-month, and we got annual package options available. But good luck tonight in your contest. Good luck today in the NFL streets, in the NBA streets, in the MMA streets, and, of course, obviously, the NHL streets. For myself, Nadesify, we'll catch you guys next time. Let's ship it.